All right, everyone here. I'm gonna try a new thing. I'm gonna try to do a morning news thing. So you got your morning deep news here with Luke. My post-its are kind of in the way. This is interesting. So sometimes I write notes on my post-its. Kind of an interesting little thought system I have, but I don't know. That's kind of cool on the top, I guess. All right, so I'm just gonna go over some of the news sources of the morning. I kind of do like every morning when I get up, I actually sip a cup of coffee and go over the news for at least like a half hour. I use various sources like Drudge Report. I go to certain forums like Reddit, and I look at all the most important sort of news of the day. And so I thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys. I might make it an every morning type of thing, where I kind of go over all the news sources that I look to for basically good sources of truth, and so, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share here. All right, so let's start off with Drudge Report here. All right, we got Bill Cosby, going to court basically for the rape charges. Just more about the London terror attack. A big thing in Europe right now is they're dealing with lots of terror. It's worse in France and Germany right now. Luckily, with England, it is an island, and I think that they'll take care of the problem more handily than places like France and Sweden, where it's already gotten way worse. But we'll kind of see how that goes, and it's only going to get worse. This whole Islam problem in Europe, especially, you have to realize that there's a lot of free money floating around, and a lot of the poor Islamic young men in Europe are actually getting government handouts. And very soon that money is going to dry up, and it's going to cause havoc on the system. It's going to be brutal because it's going to be us or them in Europe. It's already kind of happening, but it's going to kind of quicken. You know what I mean? Just more sort of war between left and right. New York Times declaring Drudge as unofficial source. New York Times is full of fake news. Drudge Report is excellent. Okay, I use Drudge Report all the time. This is an interesting one. Boot camp for men claims it'll revive primal nature. This is going forward to be a big thing for American men, as we've lost a lot of our masculinity as we've gone so far the other direction. Part of this is copper toxicity. Part of it is also just the yin era that we live in, and political correctness, and things like that. A lot of lost young men out there, but it's okay. All right, so that's it. Basically for the head stories on Drudge Report. Let's go over to a good forum that I like. Let's see here. So this is Godlike Productions. This is actually considered a conspiracy forum, but it's excellent for news because it's basically just made up of a community, and they all just post alt news sources. So we'll have like conspiracy things like total economic collapse begins. Okay, well, maybe not. Who knows? It is coming soon. Okay, it is coming soon. Not a lot on this. New Trump travel ban. Okay, he's making the Supreme Court kind of really review this case, which is a good thing. Trump is one of the good guys, okay, you guys, and he wants to protect America. He doesn't want to happen to America what's happening in Europe. During the collapse with Islam, and then when the money runs out, it's going to be much, much worse in Europe, having to deal with the Islamic immigrants, okay? This is not pretty. It's not politically correct to say, but it is the truth, okay? And I think that's the big thing going on right now, is kind of England is dealing with this. Like, how do we deal with this Islam problem? And we'll see about that. Okay, let's go over to Reddit. Okay, let's go over to the Donald. This is a good one. This is like an alt-right. It's called The Donald. If you want to check out reddit.com, The Donald. Okay, so here we got, they have lots of funny memes and words. Like they call Trump the God Emperor. It's really funny. But it's got lots of good news, and it's very pro-Trump place, and it's full of a lot of truth. warning, there is language and stuff like that, so it might not be for children. Reddit's very uncensored. Just more of the left. We have Stephen Molyneux on Twitter, who I'm a big fan of. How CNN is just shooting itself in the foot over and over again. We've got the whole Kathy Griffin thing. We got this guy saying that a government official should be raped. The left is just shooting itself. The whole left media just shooting itself in the foot over and over again as it decays and begins to disintegrate. But that's a big thing, is the Trump ban. That's probably the biggest news here in America for today with what Trump's doing. Is he's trying to basically expedite the process to get a more tough travel ban in for Islam, because he's trying to protect the American people for basically what's happening in Europe. Okay, so that's a big thing. Let's go head over to the silver spot price here. 1757. It's gone up. It was 16 last week, I believe. So it is creeping up there. I think very soon we're going to get the silver moonshot. I expect at least $20 silver by the end of the month. And I think going into July and August, it's really going to speed up here, and we're going to see crazy prices for silver. There's going to be $20 gaps, I think. Okay. Let's go over to cryptocurrency market cap. Bitcoin up 3.7, Ethereum up 0.65. Ripple's still hanging around there. As I've said in previous videos, Bitcoin and Ethereum are my two favorites. Just buy and hold. I say 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. I'll put a Coinbase link down below this video where you can buy some. But these are amazing, amazing technologies. They're going to continue to go up. People say, oh, 2607, Bitcoin's in a bubble. No, this is a whole new paradigm. This is the new money, and the other money's still in the bubble. Okay, we're not even close to Bitcoin and Ethereum being in a bubble. Hedge funds and money managers and stockbrokers, they haven't even started to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. When the hedge funds start to buy Bitcoin, that's when you know that it's starting to accelerate. But that hasn't even happened yet. If you're buying Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, you're still in the 1%. Okay, believe that, especially Ethereum. Most people, if you ask your neighbors, they've never heard of Ethereum. Okay. Ripple, didn't go down as much as I thought it would. I think Ripple long-term will crash as its use case for the banks get absorbed into Ethereum, especially, and maybe Bitcoin as well. If you want to play around in these altcoins, go ahead. Some of them have good, interesting use cases. I like Monero to an extent. Monero, I think, is a pretty good coin. Not a big fan of Ethereum Classic. I think Ethereum's really the one to be in. Golem's got some interesting properties that you might consider investing in. Gnosis as well. BitShares is a pretty good one. But a lot of these, be careful. I like Digix as well. Where's Digix? Digix is incredible. So Digix is actually a platform they're creating where you can transfer gold on the Ethereum network, and they're fully redeemable, and they hold gold in a vault that's like secured and audited to the blockchain. And then you can send basically gold tokens using the Ethereum network. So you can pay for your coffee with gold. You can hold gold on the Ethereum network through a smart contract and then redeem it, and they'll ship you the gold. It's incredible stuff. So if you're into gold and silver, a bit skeptical about Ethereum, check out Digix. And you'll begin to realize that's just one of many amazing things being built up on Ethereum. Okay. And you'll realize that Bitcoin and Ethereum help gold and silver. Okay. They're here to help. Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually helping break the monopoly and the price manipulation on silver. They're doing this partially by creating profits for people, for poor people that put their money back into silver to help break the manipulation. And also they're building commodity platforms on top of Ethereum, especially, where they'll be able to discover their true price more. So if you have commodity exchanges built on Ethereum that aren't able to be manipulated, it'll help silver find its true price, which should be much higher than where it is. All right, going over to YouTube. Let's see here. Here's me live. This is my YouTube spotlight of the day. I really want you guys to check this out, okay? Realist News, the three amigos, Cliff High, Bix Weir, and Joe on, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to this guy, JSnip4, okay? And these are probably some of my three favorite guys on YouTube right now. Bix Weir's my favorite, roadtoruta.com. Check out his YouTube channel, Road to Ruta. I listen to him every morning. Cliff High, he's the WebBot guy. Unbelievably smart guy. Okay, unbelievably smart. super smart about computers and the future technology and computer programming, all this sort of stuff. Very smart man. And this is an incredible, almost 2-hour long podcast or video cast they do, where they talk about silver and the web bots and cryptocurrency, and it'll get you up to speed on a lot of stuff. Okay, so go ahead, head over to JSnip4. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. Show Joe some love. All right, and I think that's about it. That's probably all the things I want to touch on to. And then let's go back to the live feed. That's probably all I want to share today. Bitcoin and Ethereum up a little bit today. Silver a little bit down. It is creeping up though there. I think that's very soon. The silver manipulation is going to end very, very soon. And we're going to see huge gaps up in silver as the manipulation comes to an end, basically. Bitcoin and Ethereum, if you don't have any, you're still early in the game. Buy it. All right, buy as much Bitcoin and Ethereum as you can, as much as you can afford to lose. You know what I mean? These are still early technologies. They're going to keep going up. I'll put a link to Coinbase down below the live feed. No real major news today, just a lot of with Europe trying to deal with this Islamic problem. It's only going to get worse. We're going to enter in, I think, at the end of this summer, early 2018 is really going to be some tough times. We're going to transition to some tough times here. And the Islamic problem in Europe is going to be terrible. It's going to be, when the money dries up, for all these Islamic immigrants that are basically on welfare, when that money disappears, it's going to be brutal. And it's going to be worse in Europe than it is here. And there's going to be a lot of truth coming out, and they're going to realize that it's not Trump's fault, that we've basically been accumulating debt for 100 years now, and the fiat system has to come to an end. So this summer, you still have some time. Do any preparations you can. Get your money out of the system. Buy as much silver as you can. I like the 1 ounce silver eagles. Buy as much Bitcoin as you can, please. As much Ethereum as you can. Don't hold a lot of money in stocks. Don't hold a lot of money in your bank account. Do anything you can to protect your assets. Try to become as self-sustainable as possible. That means getting solar panels, learning how to grow food. It's very important. You still have some time to prepare. And if you're smart about it, you can become very, very wealthy during this transition, because the money is going to keep flowing into cryptocurrencies, as you can see. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not in a bubble. Real estate is in the bubble. Okay, bonds are in the bubble. Stock market is the bubble. Okay, fiat currency is the bubble. Bitcoin and Ethereum are anywhere close to bubbles. This is just the first trickles of fiat currency starting to flow in, and it's really beginning to accelerate right now. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are experiencing powerful, powerful network effects. Okay. The exchanges like Coinbase, I read, got 40,000 new users in like a week. Crazy. Or maybe it was a day. It's crazy numbers. And so many people are starting to flee the fiat system, and it's important that you join in and get on the lifeboat, because it's leaving. And if you're smart about it, and protect your wealth, you can create a fortune during this flip. I've already made lots of money just buying and holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't day trade. I don't mess in altcoins. All I do is I buy Bitcoin and I buy Ethereum, and I hold it on my own private. I buy it on a hardware Trezor wallet. Here, I'll show you guys right here. On this guy. Okay, this guy right here. That's how I store it. And it's very safe. Okay, oops, knocked over my microphone. Clumsy Luke knocked over his microphone. But yeah, buy one of these guys. I think they're like $80. You can buy it with Bitcoin. Ledger Nano S is also good. Keep Key is another good one, I think. People seem to like the Ledger a lot. Protect your own private keys. Protect your own wealth, and then prosper and survive. Don't forget to buy silver as well. Silver is going to take a moonshot soon, I think. And use this summer as an opportunity. I would recommend this summer, don't take a lot of vacations. Work as hard as you can. Save as much money as you can. Buy as much silver as you can. As much Bitcoin, as much Ethereum as you possibly can. And really, get your ass in gear this summer, because this might be this year going into fall and winter. It might be your last chance to really prepare for what's coming and to start actually moving your assets into the new system so you can prosper. Anyways, that's it for today's news. Hope you guys enjoy it. I think I might start doing this every morning a little bit, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Keep healing, keep moving energy downwards. Keep on your nutritional balancing programs. Keeping your health in order will be very important during this time, so you can think clearly and know what your next step should be, as there might be some chaos around you. All right. Peace, guys.